of the season, how quickly do you start to get a sense of where your team stands and how good they can be or how bad they might be?
I would say that first 20 games is a really good kind of litmus test. Gives you a pretty good gauge to see where your team is. You're going to get to play against teams from both conferences. You have some really good teams and bad teams in that mix. So you kind of see how you play in all situations. Those first 20 games, you establish who you are.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Malone. Johnson is out there with Smith. And it's Hayward. And it's Gilmore in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And it's Smith missing. Utah with the ball. Outside Pippen. Drummond a screen. Ginobili outside. Over Smith. Ginobili can't hit. Johnson kicks to Malone. Now the dish to Smith. The offensive rebound, and it's sent back by Drummond.
He's clanking everything to start this game.
Here's Ginobili. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen.
Ginobili, he's like a whirling dervish when he's driving inside. Just kind of glides his way to the basket.
Now here's Johnson. A 14-point game for him in the win against Toronto.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Good on the triple.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make. And that really opens things up for the offense.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, I think he was surprised. He was so open. I mean, that's just a defensive breakdown.
Now here's Malone. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Utah called for the foul. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And the Utah Jazz back in 2014, the worst defensive team in the league by points per possession. Greg, it's been a dramatic turnaround.
One of the premier defensive teams now in our league in terms of their imposing paint presence. Not a team that gambles for steals or deflections. They keep you in front and force you to play over the top.
Now here's Pippen. Boy, was he something else against Dallas.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Hayward against Pippen. Hayward kicks to Smith. Malone with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean,
and that unpredictable nature of Ginobili, it can be frustrating for the defense, especially when he's cutting them to pieces with his passing.
Here's Gilmore, and he also played really well in that win against the Raptors. Grant against Malone. Shoots over Grant. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Utah leading. Frazier the pass to Pippen. The feed to Drummond. Ginobili against Smith. Drummond with a screen on Smith. Ginobili dishes to Drummond. Gilmore grabs the miss.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Grant kicks to Pippen. Screen by Grant. Up off the screen, and it's Pippen with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
And so here's Portland. After the basket by Utah. Smith, no luck.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Free throw line jump shot. Shot by Frazier, no good.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Smith kicks to Malone. Johnson right side. It's stolen by Frazier. Grant outside. And the dunk by Grant.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And it's Smith, top of the key. From past the arc, cranes the three-pointer.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Frazier kicks to Grant. Ginobili outside. Drummond sets the screen for Ginobili. To the inside. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Johnson. Frazier covering. It's stolen by Frazier. And now Utah, fast break. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Johnson, the pass to Malone. And it's Malone finishing it off.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Here's Frazier. Some solid defense from Johnson. Portland trailing here. Pass to Hayward. It's stolen by Frazier. Here's Pippen. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Hayward outside. Johnson against Frazier. In the corner, Smith with it. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Smith's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. Grant with a screen on Johnson. Grant outside. He feeds it to Ginobili. Grant sets a screen for Ginobili. Off target with his 3. For Portland, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
So it's Utah now. The Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Hayward against Pippen. Here's the screen. Inside, Gilmore. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Well, Drummond is a player who is always bound to put on a show on any given night. C-Webb, he can do it with his gaudy numbers and rebounding totals, or he can finish with a slam. He's very aggressive in attacking the rim inside. But no matter which way, he is a crowd favorite, to say the least.
Few and fewer big men are taking pride, or pride themselves in working down low for points. And Drummond does it. He's a throwback, to the 90s, to the 80s. And one reason why it's easy to cheer for him is because he actually likes to play inside.
Clock at 2. The offensive rebound. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mate?
Wow, defense, someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. And Juwan Howard, when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then Vlade Divac. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for you.
2 seasons ago, you think about the Blazers. They were a young, overachieving team full of great bargain contracts. Well, yeah, they're still young, but they had to shell out some big-time cash to kind of keep that young nucleus together.
Here's Chambers.
Oh! Come on. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Elliott against Pippen. Parker outside. Shoots over Frazier. Here's Gilmore. Here's Coleman. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Blazers.
And the three-point shot above the break has become a popular shot in the league, but not for them tonight. They're passing that one up and just trying to get their offense from closer to the hoop.
And he makes the first. And for the Blazers, tremendous scoring talent in their backcourt. How did they turn the corner in the West, Greg?
Clearly, it's going to be with their defense. I think that's where they've had their struggles. They're going to have to get better at the point of attack there and protecting the rim. I think some of it has to do with the lack of discipline, but also you could factor that into being just an inexperienced young group that's still kind of getting their feet wet.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Chambers with a screen on Allen. Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Parker.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Utah shooting their first free throws here tonight.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Williams. And Portland making a change here. Cartwright's checked in. And Williams drops them both.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Here is Williams following the score by Tony Parker. Over Parker. Here's Chambers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
Coleman, no good. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
And what strength there by Parker. Be able to take the hit and still drain the shot in the process. He is just a remarkable athlete with tremendous finishing ability.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Coleman. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%. And a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Trailblazers leading by 5. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Elliott the bucket.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
Here's Williams. And it's Williams again missing. Portland's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first. And here is Parker. He has 5. That one off the back iron and out.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. So it's the Portland Trailblazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And one of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then you're stuck in the past. And we, many of us, maybe our last shot, our last season, we don't even know if we're going to have another season. So, we want to do as good as we can.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Cartwright. Allen is out there with Parker. Then it's Elliott, and it's Coleman in at the 4 spot. Now here's Williams, looking for his first basket still in this one. No good on the shot. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Yeah, all about IQ. You're right. They made smart in-game adjustments. I mean, they seemed a step ahead all night.
Here is Williams after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Just 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away, and the shot goes in.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Takes the turnaround Jay. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Great job of establishing position for the quick turnaround. That's a brutal shot to try and defend.
Chambers with a screen on Allen. Here's Williams. And the NBA game is evolving, Chris, you know that. And if you were starting back at square one, say, and trying to develop your skills to prepare yourself for a pro career, is there anything you do differently to prepare yourself for how the game is being played
Take a
now?
break. Take a break.
That's a great question.
2 shots.
I remember playing in Washington, and I shot over like 35% from the three-point line. And I remember in the paper they were saying, we don't need big fellas to do that. So I got right back in the post. And so the game has changed so much. And so I would really say that I would balance the work that I did in the post with outside of the post. I would just make sure that I would continue to stretch the floor as far as three-pointers, to give guys room to drive. And I would have definitely continued to work on my ball handling, maybe where Picker could have screened for me, and then I could have been the initiator, since in most times I was kind of that point forward. But for the most part, no, I would have tried to put the same effort in, but definitely with different skill sets. You get to play differently now. When we think about it, I don't think Larry Bird got to shoot 2 3-pointers a game. Imagine if he would have got to just let 7 go. I don't know what we would ask him, except would you have to ice your wrist after games a little bit more, because you would have been able to shoot more. So I think the freedom would have been fun, but I don't think I would have had to prepare any different.
Another miss by Utah. Trailblazers leading by 7. Allen passes to Elliott. Parker outside. Goes up on the wing, and the shot goes down. Parker's got 7.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Williams passes to Chambers. Nice ball movement by Utah. Screened by Russell. Passes to Williams. Over Allen. Portland grabs the miss.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Parker outside. Screened by Parker. Malone down low. Defended by Chambers. And they'll keep possession. To the middle. And it's Portland with the rebound. Coleman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Parker dishes to Allen. Here's Malone. It's blocked. Williams against Allen. Shoots from 14, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Williams. Pass to Coleman. Parker left side. Wants to get it to Malone and does. The pass to Allen. Elliott against Russell. Elliott kicks to Allen. Puts up a 3. Portland again missing. For Utah, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Elliott against Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
Yeah, a division battle. These two squads play each other 4 times this season.
Utah ends up going with the new group.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Ginobili. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 7 points a game, 2 assists and 2 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the others can go focus on what they naturally do best.
The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Grant the pass to Pippen. No good from outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently, the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
Here's Pippen after Gordon Hayward's bucket, and it's Drummond missing. Smith outside. On the wing, Johnson. He's got 5. Out to Smith. The tray. It's Drummond with the rebound. Greg, you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
I mean, a tremendous move, recognizing that the team belongs to Utah and the people of Salt Lake City. This is truly a community asset.
No good off the front iron.
Well, he got the room he needed by fading away. Just could not drop it from there.
That's a 2 from Smith. Again, the miss by Smith.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
Johnson against Frazier. Back to Pippen. 3-pointer. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Pippen's got 15 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
Now, here's Grant. Feeds it to Frazier. Kicks it to Drummond. Screen by Grant. Nice ball movement by Utah. Frazier with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Pippen for 3. They get a hand on it.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Pass to Gilmore. Over Drummond. and he can't bank that one in. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Frazier. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Love seeing the offense run through the big man. Drummond with great vision and terrific feet.
Malone, a screen on Grant. Johnson outside. Passes it to Gilmore. Dishes it to Hayward. Smith for 3, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The dish to Frazier. Ginobili against Smith. Drummond sets the screen for Ginobili. And the Blazers with 3 first-round picks under their control this last summer. That's where you want to be.
Definitely. Picks 15, 20, and 26 in a strong draft class. That could really help reinforce a roster.
The Jazz shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Ginobili. Well, we always hear about how some guys are locker room leaders or a veteran presence on a team. Chris, how quickly does someone establish themselves as a team leader? It's universally embraced by the rest of the team.
It's tough. You know, some guys can come in and do it day one, but I think that we've seen a lot of leaders grow, whether it was a great leader like a 2-time MVP in Nash. It took some years first for him to understand himself and then kind of let his leadership you follow that on the court. We bring that to today with a guy like a John Wall. It's taken him about 4 or 5 years to really learn to be around veterans, but guys are coming in younger now, and so I think that it's going to take a little bit of time to develop, but as long as they're continuing to learn, as long as they're continuing to put the effort out, because you're a leader first by what you do, not by what you say. And so if you are trying to figure your way out and work hard, then you're being a leader. People are figuring it out. It's usually when does the vocal part come in along with kind of leading by an example. And so I think for every person it's different, but it's a lot of fun watching because when they get to that point, you've definitely seen some development and growth from them mentally and physically when you know they've taken over the reins like a guy like John Wall has.
Good insight.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pippen against Hayward. Shoots off the screen. Pippen misses.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's the screen. Johnson kicks to Malone. Shoots over Grant. Malone, no luck.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Hayward dishes to Johnson. Back to Hayward. Screen by Smith. Johnson in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Grant the pass to Frazier. He kicks it to Ginobili. Puts up a 3. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 3 assists tonight.
And how about that lefty stroke there from Ginobili? It is a thing of beauty. He is dialed in from deep.
Malone, a screen on Pippen. For 3, Smith. Good on the 3-point shot. Smith's got 12 points in the game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Screen by Grant. Drummond in the post. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Drummond's got his first basket of the night.
And Drummond is so ridiculously strong inside, just simply overpowering the D in the post.
Malone right side. Shoots over Pippen, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. Jazz trail by 4. from downtown. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on it.
Screen by Malone. Smith with it. Now defended by Grant. And it's Malone finishing it off.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Drummond the screen. Grant kicks to Pippen. Again, the miss by Pippen. Smith. No good. Shot missing.
Well, you can tell that shooters are nervous when Drummond is close by. He is so skilled at getting his hand up when shots are being released.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Portland came out ready to play. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. And into the second quarter, momentum started to shift slightly as they gave up some of that lead, ending the half up 3. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What can you say? Scottie Pippen, an impressive effort here today.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Jazz trail by 3. Frazier is out there with Ginobili. Then there's Grant. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Pippen in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now here's Pippen. And Drummond throws it down.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Here's Malone. Smith outside. Shot clock at 5. Screen by Malone. Shot off the screen. Connects. The jumper drops. 14 points for Smith.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
The feed now to Grant. Johnson against Frazier. Screen by Grant. Now here's Drummond. He's covered closely, and it's Portland with the rebound. Gilmore's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Look, I still can't believe how athletically gifted this kid Drummond is at the center position. It's not just his size. It's his speed, it's his quickness, and jumping ability.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? Nah.
One shot.
Free throw good from Hayward. Well, with Drummond, you usually don't see someone who has as much muscle mass as he does and able to run the court and blow by defenders. But Chris, he does it on a nightly game-to-game basis.
It's crazy. He tries and kind of plods down the court, but when he gets the ball, he has a burst off the dribble, and you're just like, are you kidding me? His consistency needs to come, but don't sleep on his quickness in the lane.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league, and couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops by Hayward. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
Hayward hits them both.
Well, the Blazers' offense is based on flow and movement. A lot of screens off the ball creating openings for their shooters.
Grant dishes to Drummond. Outside Pippen. The 3. Second shot opportunity. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Andre Drummond. In the corner, Smith with it. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight. And the Blazers, one of the better offensive teams in the league. Very unpredictable.
Well, they keep the defense moving and reacting. They keep the weak side occupied, not stagnant, but with a lot of isolation and post-ups.
Basket good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
There's the pick. Pass to Gilmore. On the wing, Johnson. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Malone. Utah with the rebound.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Grant with a screen on Hayward. Here's Pippen. That one rolling around and rims out. Trailblazers leading by 5. Hayward passes to Johnson. Smith outside. And stolen by Drummond. And now Utah, fast break. Ginobili leading the charge. Pippen missing again.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Now here's Johnson. 5 points in the game. Here's Malone. Back to Johnson. Smith outside. Beyond the arc. But they get it back. With
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Grant. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Grant's got 6.
Beautiful things happen when you attack. Put the defense on its heels.
They set the pick. Gilmore passes to Hayward. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Hayward's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
Screen by Grant. Ginobili with the 3. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got 6 rebounds in the game. Smith with it. Picked up by Ginobili. For 3, Hayward. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Ginobili kicks to Frazier. He dishes it to Drummond. Screened by Grant. Jazz passing it around. Screen by Grant. Frazier the pass to Pippen. From deep. Rebound by Smith.
Jeez. Maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Didn't it seem like it just a pretty thoughtless play on his part? All style, no substance. Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Here is Frazier after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Another miss by Utah.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
The Trailblazers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Bossie's checked in for Andre Drummond. Chambers comes in for Grant. Russell, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Williams in for Manu Ginobili. Elliott's checked in for Portland. Parker comes in for Johnson. And Malone, no good on that one. And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league a long time, long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. And Tony Parker in the 2017 season with the lowest minutes per game average in his career. He was playing so well in the playoffs. I mean, historically well. Then, Greg, as we know, the quad injury in the playoffs.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear that 15-year run he's had as a starter, that window is rapidly closing, but still effective, just no longer the focal point that he once was.
Williams is checked in for Utah. Coleman's checked in for Portland. Allen comes in for Smith. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break for three. Trailblazers keep it alive. Parker with it. He's got 9. Gilmore passes to Allen. And there's the call on Boss. That is his first foul of the game. Parker outside. He feeds it to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Here's what Portland's going with right now.
One shot, gentlemen.
Gordon Hayward comes in for Elliott. And it's Johnson in for Tony Parker. Jazz trail by 14. Screen by Russell. Nice ball movement by Utah. They set the screen. Here's Williams. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now Frazier following Ray Allen's three-point attempt. Frazier kicks to Russell. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
Yeah, great execution there. The turnaround, such a difficult shot to defend.
Here's Hayward. Here's Coleman. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Coleman's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
Now look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
There's the pass to Boss. And the basket by Chambers. Chambers got 4 points now in the quarter.
Efficient tonight, but certainly not dominant. He needs to take control of some of the scoring.
Hayward kicks to Allen. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 4 assists in the game.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Here's Boss. Stolen away. Hayward outside. Feeds to Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Pass to Chambers. Chambers with a screen on Allen. Here's Williams. And it's Portland with the rebound. Hayward's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Johnson. He has 7. They set the pick. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing, and Utah making a change here. Pippen's checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Malone's checked in. And he's good on the second. And so it's Utah here with the ball. They trail by 18. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Terry Stotts now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. I mean, he's been a head coach for a handful of seasons elsewhere, but this is by far his longest run with a single team.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 15. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Malone. No good there off the double clutch. And by all accounts, Terry Stotts doing a great job with the Blazers.
Well, this team has chemistry and a defined style of play. The new players love him. I mean, Stotts himself seems really happy in Portland. It's been a great match.
The Jazz shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
Relax on the first.
And that one misses. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Chambers. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers leading by 14. Johnson outside. Ray Allen is on the wing. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
He's given them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling.
Screen by Grant. Outside Pippen. Rob. On its way from Hayward for two. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Frazier outside. Kicks it to Pippen. Lets it go from deep. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Hayward on the wing. Allen passes to Gilmore. Portland moving the ball around. Dishes it to Allen. Shot clock at 5. Malone with it. Now defended by Grant.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Trailblazers lead by 19. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, good rhythm.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Portland leading by 19. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Johnson. Malone is out there with Hayward. Then it's Allen, and it's Gilmore in at the center, locking down the middle. Frazier kicks to Drummond. Basket, good. Drummond's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Jazz.
Drummond is just a behemoth, an absolutely devastating center who overpowers defenders constantly.
Hayward loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
It looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first half start, but he's really hitting his stride in the second.
Frazier kicks to Grant. The kick out to Williams. Back to Grant. Drummond sets the screen for Williams. Drills it from outside.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near him.
Johnson kicks to Hayward. Malone left side. Passes it to Johnson. Knocks it loose. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Pippen against Hayward. Up off the screen, and Pippen slams it in.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
Jazz have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll.
Well, after hitting a couple in the first, he has cooled down a bit here.
Hayward with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. Johnson dishes to Malone. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 16 points for Big Smooth.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
And the foul on Big Smooth. That is his first foul of the game. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Utah. Smith checked in for the Trailblazers. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Frazier kicks to Grant. The dish to Pippen. Now here's Johnson in the corner. Smith with it. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Timeout.
Smith's got 20.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Utah calls timeout. And something we see now in the modern NBA, Chris, is that players will try and recruit other players in free agency, sometimes almost leading up to free agency. How often do you think that happens now? And how is that, say, different from when you play?
It's a lot different from when I played. I think guys wanted to play together, but we did not recruit or try to play together with each other because of the way that the rules were in collective bargaining and because of the way the game was at that time. At that time, even if you had a friend that was your very close friend off the court, you wanted to beat him for bragging rights on the court. Back then, it was more of, can my team beat your team? not can we play together. I tell you what, with friends that I had in the league at that time, that would have been pretty cool to play with some of my friends that I think were great players. But I just think it's just been a line in the sand. It's just changed. I think a lot of it's changed because we're playing basketball at younger ages. Guys are playing and traveling the country and know each other from ages 10, 11, and 12, so they have honest, genuine friendships and really want to play together. And so I don't really think it's a problem, but it's interesting watching these super teams and how all of this is developing. It definitely didn't happen in my day, and I'm just now, I won't say getting used to it, but I'm just now recognizing that, man, it's okay to play with your friends, I guess.
Now here's Frazier. He kicks it to Ginobili. Pippen for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Malone's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Stolen by Grant. And now Utah, fast break. Grant leading the charge.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now here's Johnson. Shoots over Frazier. The feed to Pippen. Jazz passing it around. Pass to Frazier. Clock at 6. Over Johnson. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Frazier's got 4 points in the quarter.
After a trying first half where he struggled with the shot, he has really found his rhythm, shooting the rock in the second half.
Smith kicks to Malone. Launches it. It's hauled in by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Portland has possession. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Johnson, the pass to Hayward. Pulls it from the elbow. No good on the shot, so Utah will take it the other way. Lets it go. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Hard to tell if he's just lacking energy in the second half, but it does not look like he's himself out there.
Steps back and shoots. And the rejection by Pippen. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now here's Malone.
Utah foul. Fourth stage. That's his fourth personal. Shooting for Portland. Malone.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Jazz trail by 14. Frazier dishes to Pippen. The pass to Ginobili. He feeds it to Pippen. Kicks to Frazier. He tries for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Oh, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
Johnson, the pass to Hayward. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter. Drummond a screen. Frazier outside. And again, it's Utah.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Well, he's been lights out all game. No one can deny that, but I'm not sure his efforts will be enough to get his team to win.
Now here's Hayward. He dishes it to Johnson. For 3, Smith. And another 3 for Portland.
After a sensational first half from beyond the arc, he's not slowing down here in the second. That's his 3rd 3-pointer since halftime.
Ginobili attacking. Here's Grant. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Malone. Johnson kicks to Smith. Pass to Gilmore. Feeds it to Hayward. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Hayward's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Trailblazers.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Grant outside. Dishes it to Frazier. Grant with a screen on Johnson. Smith against Ginobili. Over Smith. That doesn't go either by Ginobili.
Off target with was what? A pretty good look from mid-range.
Johnson against Frazier. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And that one falls for Johnson.
Kevin Johnson taking 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. It's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
Malone dishes to Hayward. Screen by Malone. And Grant sends it back, and he's able to get it back.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one. And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Utah calls timeout. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
Wow, it's time for them to switch up their defense because what they've been doing so far is not working.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
On the road in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win.
Anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. It was wide open.
Smith kicks to Malone. Frazier against Johnson. Pass to Gilmore. The dish to Smith. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Hayward. And the rejection by Pippen. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's Gilmore, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Jazz ball.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Frazier, the pass to Ginobili. Grant dishes to Drummond. For 3, Pippen bangs home the trifecta. Pippen's got 9 points here in the second half. 1:51 left in the game. Trailblazers leading by 14. Here's Johnson. Screen by Malone. He kicks to Hayward. Shoots over Pippen. Hayward can't hit. Utah's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Here's Frazier. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Frazier's got 11 points in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Kudos to them for not throwing the towel in too early. This is still very much a ball game.
Now here is Smith, down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires top of the key. Rebound Andre Drummond. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Trailblazers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Gordon Hayward.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Here's Chambers, and Utah another 3. Allen against Ginobili. Allen outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going